There's a question humans have asked for generations. What if we could change the past? What if one decision, one moment could be rewritten? It sounds tempting, it sounds powerful, but what if that power is the very thing that destroys everything we know? Today on Miscellaneous, we are stepping into a world where time isn't just measured, it's manipulated, and the consequences
The
are
clock
far darker
spins
than we can see.
backward in the dark. Shadows stretch and leave their mark. A whisper grows into a scream. Echoes of tomorrow stealing yesterday. Time.
Ever since I was a child, I used to look back at my mistakes and imagine how different things would be if I could go back and fix them. That thought isn't unique. Many people wish they could change a moment in their past, whether to undo regret or gain something they missed. But the more we imagine correcting the past, the more we overlook how easily one change can create another problem. There is a famous song by Cher. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'll take back those words that have hurt you and you'd stay. In many ways, we are all like Cher. If we could turn back time, there are things we would do differently. This desire to go back and change the past feels incredibly human. From that desire, the idea of time travel took shape. Time travel is the idea of moving backward or forward in time, a concept mostly explored in philosophy and science fiction. Stories usually imagine it happening through a machine or device, a vision made famous by H.G. Wells in The Time Machine. In reality, time travel, especially to the past, remains purely theoretical. Scientists have proposed ideas like wormholes or distorted space-time, but none of those are anywhere close to being possible. For now, time travel exists only in imagination and fiction. The questions it raises are very real. But even if time travel becomes more than a concept in fiction, the real challenge wouldn't be building the machine, it would be deciding whether anyone should legally have the power to use it. Altering the past for personal gain may sound harmless in theory, but in practice it threatens everything from individual responsibility to the stability of society. No government could ignore the risk that come with giving people the ability to rewrite events. Time travel should be illegal if it ever becomes possible, as granting people the ability to rewrite events, as granting humans unrestricted freedom to alter the past, would collapse both moral accountability and the stability of the timeline. One of the biggest reasons time travel cannot be allowed is the unavoidable problem of paradoxes. A paradox occurs when a time traveler changes an event in the past that would make their own actions impossible. For example, if someone prevents their own existence, intentionally or not, then who made the trip in the first place? These contradictions break basic cause and effects, creating timelines that cannot logically exist. The legal system could operate in a world where actions can erase their own cause, making accountability and responsibility meaningless. These risks aren't just theoretical. They appear in classic time travel problems like the grandfather paradox and the butterfly effect. The grandfather paradox is an example of a problem arising from the effect of time travel on causality. The idea that a cause must precede its effect. The paradox suggests that a cause is eliminated by its own effect. thus preventing its own cause and essentially becoming reverse causation. The classic analogy for this, and the one that gives the paradox its name, is a time traveler journeying back in time and killing their own biological grandfather before they can sire children. This means the time traveler could never have come to exist and consequently can't travel back in time, thus can't kill their own grandfather. That means they then are born and can go back in time, hence the paradox. The butterfly effect is an idea in chaos theory that describes how small changes to a complex system's initial conditions can produce dramatically different outcomes. The butterfly effect describes how a tiny change in the initial stages of a system can cause huge non-linear consequences elsewhere over time. Mathematician and meteorologist Edward Norton Lawrence originally explained this theory metaphorically, suggesting that a flap of a butterfly's wing in one corner of the world could cause a tornado elsewhere weeks later. Together, the grandfather paradox and the butterfly effect reveals why time travel possesses not just scientific problems but serious ethical ones. If a single choice in the past could erase a person's existence or alter the lives of millions through unpredictable ripple effects, then no individual should be trusted with that level of power. Allowing people to legally travel into the past would give them the control over events they could never fully understand or take responsibility for. Even seemingly harmless decisions like saving one life, preventing one accident, or changing one conversation could rewrite entire history in ways that no law could regulate and no society could prepare for. A technology that can disrupt causality and destabilize reality is fundamentally incompatible with moral accountability, which is why time travel should remain illegal if it ever becomes possible. Of course, some people argue that time travel could still be used responsibly if it were tightly controlled. They imagine a system where only governments or authorized experts are allowed to access it. Supporters claim that with strict laws, oversight, and ethical guidelines like how nuclear technology or dangerous scientific research is regulated, time travel could be used to fix major historical tragedies or prevent disasters before they happen. In theory, a regulated time travel program could save lives, correct injustices, and give society a second chance at events that went horribly wrong. However, this argument fails apart the moment you consider how unstable the past is. Even the most heavily supervised time traveler cannot predict the full consequences of a single change. Unlike nuclear technology or advanced AI, the risk of altering the past are not just dangerous, they are uncontrollable. A small mistake, an unexpected interaction, or even a slight shift in timing could trigger entirely different outcomes that no authority could foresee or reverse. Regulation only works when consequences are knowable and contained. Time travel offers neither. Because the past is a tightly woven chain of events, changing even one link creates outcomes too complex for any government, algorithm, or legal system to manage. For that reason, no form of regulation can make time travel ethically or practically safe, which reinforces why it should remain illegal if it ever becomes possible. In the end, the appeal of time travel comes from a deeply human place, curiosity, and the desire to fix what went wrong. But those same emotions make us dangerously unfit to handle the power to rewrite reality. Paradoxes, unstable timelines, and unpredictable consequences show that even the smallest alteration to the past could unravel everything that holds our world together. No amount of regulation can change the fact that time travel threatens the very idea of cause and effect, responsibility, and moral order. For that reason, if time travel ever becomes possible, the only responsible choice is to keep it illegal. Some ideas are too powerful for human hands, and this is one of them.